So, and he said, no, but maybe with a brick. Oh, sorry. Hey there. Today I'm going to cover two pens. These are the two pens. These two pens were sent to me by mass drop. Now, currently there is no drop on these pens. It ended. But if you want to have them back, of course, you can always request to have them back on there. And the pens I'm talking about are called the Diplomat Optimist. And I was actually sent two. One is called Rhombus and has this reticular pattern on it, and then there is the ring version, which obviously has rings on it. Now what I'm going to do is cover the parts of the pens. I'm only going to take one because they're clearly the same model. I'll tell you what I like about it, what I don't like about it, and then do a writing sample. First of all, thanks to Master Up for sending me these, and of course I will pass on the kindness and I will give them away. If you want to know how you can win these two, just keep watching. Okay, at the top of the pen is the Finial, and this Finial has a Diplomat's logo, and I've always found that a very nice, it's sort of a fleur-de-lis variant, I think, and I really like that. Nice variation. Then you have the clip. In Diplomat style, the clip is has this opening there. I like the shape. It's very curvy. And here we have the cap. It is an all-metal pen, which is kind of neat. Feels sturdy. And what I like is the way they did these rings, because as you can see, they get closer and closer and closer together, making for a very dynamic looking pen. The rhombus is just that. It's just reticular and they're evenly spaced reticles. Okay, here you have my camera, but also the end of the barrel. As you can see, it's all very shiny and reflective, which is kind of neat. The cap, just a snap cap. It slips on and it posts very well. Okay, section is narrow. These are fairly thin pens, and then you have a steel nib. Now this one has the F nib, so this is a fine nib, and the other one has a medium nib. Steel nibs, interesting feeds, I thought. Don't have a comb. It's a very simple model, but it works very well. These did not come with a converter, but you can fit in converters that fit standard international pens. Of course, you can put in a standard international cartridge. That's pretty much it. What did I like about the pen? What did I not like about the pen? Well, it writes fine. The nice thing about these types of pens is that they're knockabout pens. They're well made, so they don't look horrible, but they write very well. Both of these pens wrote very consistently, nice, pretty smooth, no issues there. So that's really nice. The section, I think, is a shape that will appeal to a lot of people. It's definitely a smaller, thinner section, but it is plastic, it's smooth. I don't find it particularly slippery, and it works well. And if you post the pen, I think you get a pretty decently balanced pen, but if you don't want to use it posted, you can definitely use this unposted. So all of that I like. Things I don't like about it so much, well, personally I like metal sections, and I think it would have been really cool if they would have been able to put a similar ring type design as you see on the barrel here on the section, but alright. And apart from that, I don't really have much to complain. Everything about the pens is simple but well executed. Now you have a clip that is tight, but it works. The nib is pretty smooth. It writes well. It flows well. So I don't really have any issues with it. I think these are decently made pens and are definitely nice for the price. Now I'm going to give you some measurements, and then I'll tell you how you can win them before we do the writing sample. Here we have the Delta Optimist. It weighs 22 grams. 10 grams of that's in the cap. 12 grams is in the body. Cap length is 135.7 millimeters, that's 5.34 inches. Uncapped is 124.2 millimeters, 4.89 inches. Posted is 157 millimeters, that's 6.18 inches. Excuse me. Barrel diameter is 11.8 to 9.4 millimeters. Sorry, I go from fat to thin there. That's 0.46 to 0.37 inches. Its barrel diameter, section diameter is 8.8 to 10.6 millimeters, that's 0.34 to 0.41. Okay, How can you win these pens? I'm giving both of these pens away to the same person, and all you need to do is leave a comment, not here on YouTube, but on my website, sbrebrown.com. Find the post where I review these two pens, and leave me a comment. And because these are Diplomat pens, how about you tell me what the most undiplomatic thing is you have ever done? That should be juicy. Yeah, it should be juicy. And a winner will be picked at random. So I will just generate a random number, and you can win both of these pens. Okay, thanks again to Mastrop. I appreciate it. I hope that the winner will enjoy the pens. Let's see how they write. That's what we'll do next. Hope this was useful so far, and I'll gladly see you later. Bye-bye. Okay, so here we go with the Diplomat Optimist. This is the fine nib, and the ink is Ackerman Royal Blue. Nice, simple, fine nib. Bit of feedback as you write, but it's actually quite smooth, so it's not horrible. Fast writing. As you can see, there's no skipping, so it's pretty nice and wet. As to the wetness itself, it's pretty good. Line variation. I've always found, your mileage may vary, but I have found a lot of these steel Diplomat nibs to actually be fairly springy. So if you like writing with line variation, you may like these pens. Reverse writing turns this fine into an extra fine, and it's wet enough to do so, although you saw I got snagged on the paper there. Alright, now just to be sure, so this would be the F. Hello. Now I'll switch, just quickly switch nibs there. This is the medium, which is a little bit smoother than the fine, I would say, as you usually find. Can also do reverse writing, then it becomes even finer than the regular fine. And it's actually very smooth in that mode, and this one too is quite wet. I would say this one may even be wetter than the fine, which of course again is what you would expect from a medium versus a fine. So thanks a lot to Mastrop for sending me these pens. Again, if you want to win them, leave a comment on my website sbrebrown.com explaining what the most undiplomatic thing is you have ever done. Okay, I hope this was useful, and I'll gladly see you later.